Welcome everyone to day 3 of the Europe Netball Challenge event here down in Cardiff at the House of Sport. It's been a fantastic competition so far, and next up we have Les Bleus. We've got France, who are new to the challenge event, up against Israel. So we're looking to see how France match up against Israel. Israel have improved significantly through this competition. So we're really looking to see what the coaches are putting out on court in this next matchup. So join us. We'll be live at 1 p.m. with the live stream on this game. As mentioned, it is Israel versus France. Join us soon, 1 p.m.
What are your expectations going into this competition, Fran?
Obviously, it's a huge honour and privilege for France to be represented at Netball Europe in our first formal international competition. We're really excited to be here and hopefully put out a really great performance. The team have been working really hard to get to this point, and it's just nice for them to finally be able to have that opportunity to represent their country.
Absolutely, and I'm guessing there's a mixture of nerves and excitement going into this competition, is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure there is a lot of excitement and a few nerves too, but I think we've been really fortunate to build an elite culture from the outset, so hopefully that will help steady some of those nerves and help that environment.
So the last time you were on court was as a player, back here with the Isle of Man for this competition as a defensive technical coach. What experience do you bring to that team then in that position?
Experience of understanding what it feels like to be on court and have to cope with all the other things that go on around being on court as well.
Is it scarier being a player or a coach?
Coach. Absolutely. When you're playing, once the whistle's gone, you just crack on, you're in your own little world, and it's lovely. Much more stressful down, sat on the bench.
A little bit of insight into how you're going to play?
Yeah, it's always good to have a bit of inside information, some little golden nuggets that might be able to help our defence when they're on court, but ultimately we always focus on ourselves and our own game.
How excited are you in terms of the squad that you've bought this year, the teams that you're going to face, and what's your aim coming out of this competition?
I am super excited because we've worked really, really long and hard, a lot on fitness, and I have a really, really strong team this year. Great team, great spirit, really good team players. I mean, the personalities just go well, and it's just going to be awesome.
What are your expectations going into this event this week?
We've got lots of expectations for ourselves. We've got various goals in units and targets. Yeah, we're going to bring it.
I guess there's a mixture of excitement and nerves going into this competition this week. How have you managed that amongst the group?
Been a lot of nerves, but arriving here, coming to the venue today, all helps with getting rid of the nerves or settling them at least. And it's all exciting. Let's channel the nerves.
How are you feeling going into this competition, Sarah?
I think we're feeling pretty confident. It's a different tournament for us this time round, which will be really interesting. We're up for the game, up for the tournament, and really looking forward to it.
Welcome everyone to the Europe Netball Open Challenge event down here in Cardiff at the House of Sport. This is match 15 and we're due to commence this particular game. It's France versus Israel. So for France, the lineup: from goal shooter Dupont, goal attack O'Neill, wing attack Perrault, centre Leach, wing defence Berthier, goal defence Vavrika, goalkeeper and captain Young. Interchange bench: Blaine, Kemp, Lord, Marty and Woodcock. Coaches Fran Plom. For Israel, goal shooter Baumoy, goal attack Spitz, wing attack Wertenthal, centre and captain Gordon, wing defence Rosanis, goal defence First, goalkeeper Changfoot. The interchange bench: Komar, Kupchik, Kerr, Lieberman and Bartov, and the coach Shoshana Berman. So this is an important game for both sides. Israel will have been watching France through the competition. It is their first competition, so France new to Europe Netball. I'm Anita Navin in commentary, and joining me today is Denise Egan as we're about to get this game underway, Denise. And we've been impressed with France coming into this competition first time and really looking pretty good.
Yes, they are, and they certainly bring some flair and a different style. I think we've got a mixture of sort of short, fast passes and really going defensively for the first mover.
So France in possession with Leach, the centre, and a real kingpin for the French side. Leach playing that centre position as we see on screen. So chance, an opportunity for France to actually secure the first goal. And we've come to witness Changfoot take that possession. She's been hunting for ball throughout this competition. It's certainly something that we've seen Changfoot do for Israel, and that's a great turnover for them early on.
Yes, just that offline and then came forward for the interception on the straight line ball going in. And an early breakdown. I'm lucky they couldn't get the conversion, Israel. I think it was a footwork error.
So always looking to put the high ball into Dupont. Sometimes just gets herself a little bit tight on the goal line, as you could see there, but a ball safely delivered in.
That's unfortunate for Israel. We got a breaking at the centre pass, so they'll have to go out heavily and marking one-on-one. There you can see the goal defence dropping. So we've got a split circle and a switch, a high switch, with the goalkeeper trying to go out on the fly. And that forces the shot to come from far out.
So Changfoot again in possession, so not without opportunity. Israel, they'll be wanting to take this ball through to goal, striving to put out a better performance each time they enter the court, resilient through 60 minutes. So test for them, and again just too much on that, and that was Baumoy trying to link with Spitz at goal attack.
I just think a little bit of settlement, a little bit of calmness as they put that last feed in. They brought the ball through very well. You just got to finish it off with a good feed to their shooters and shooter to shooter. You can see France connecting very nicely, coming through down one channel.
Good connections there between Leach and O'Neill, the goal attack.
Unfortunately, France on the forward centre pass, only one option, having to go back. But then the centre is linking very nicely, Leach.
Yes, good play. Leach connecting with O'Neill, something we've seen her do throughout this competition. Sykes the shooters early, not afraid to give that first time ball. So Israel find themselves trailing in this match. It's 3 goals to France. Israel yet to score. This is their opportunity. So Baumoy, Spitz, just both in the circle. Just trying to shoot that off one foot, but retaining possession. And that's when it's difficult, Denise, just relying on that bounce. That gives time for the defence to actually come round.
You're certainly right, Anita. And on a sprung 4, it actually kicks off really high.
There she goes, that's Spitz securing a goal. She's been sharing the goal attack position a lot with Komar. We see Komar on the bench to start this match.
That's a very good drive, goal attack from France, hitting the front space. With Dupont, with that extra height, being able to take in a good rebound position to put the shot in under the post.
Better by Israel, just more movement off the ball and 2 options at the first phase of the centre pass, which is much better. Just caught themselves relying on just one mover in the previous game, so well done to them. They've certainly looked at the gameplay and ready to go. There she goes, she's got the long shot, that's what Spitz can do. So, 2 goals on the board now, and it's a 4-2 game, France in the lead.
Yeah, they looked a little bit more settled and composed as the ball went in easily to their shooter. They are underestimating the goalkeeper. She's got a very good upward jump, hasn't she? Excellent 2-foot takeoff.
Yep, very springy, goes hunting for the ball, and sometimes thinks she could come out and fly a little bit more, but that's Changfoot. She's holding Israel together and giving them more shooting opportunities. It's just holding on to that ball when you're so close to that goal line.
Yeah, if we look at France, got a very tall, athletic goal defence, and they're forcing that ball a little bit out of reach of the goal shooter.
So the French pairing in defence, that's Vavrika and the captain Young. Definitely work hard together, good communication between both, but Dupont, she's strong as well at the other end, securing another goal for France.
That's the second breakdown, breaking out early, Israel, I think, in their endeavour to get the ball forward. Just about settling and timing. If they perhaps did a prelim move before they came forward to lose their defender.
Just some coach killers creeping in early, the offside call, just a loss of possession, the unforced errors we might call them. Well done, Israel defence. They're just starting to deny Dupont the space that she wants, the back space she wants near to the post.
Different style of play. That's better, using the shorter lead, getting it down the non-ball side, away from the defenders. It's still that last ball into the shooters they're struggling with at the moment.
And just changing the pace, just holding on to that ball a little bit longer. Israel do like to deliver on that first second, so mixing up the time on the ball, and good elevation again from Changfoot. We talked yesterday about getting the Israel defence to bring that ball through 2/3 of the court, Denise, and not draw up, particularly Komar yesterday playing at goal attack. So lessons learned, I think. There's a little bit more structure and positional responsibility in terms of Israel.
Yeah, they've just got to look. You've got goal attack and goal shooter working in separation, really, so not one's reading off the other, so they're both really hitting the same space, and that makes it easier for defenders and more difficult for the feeders to get the ball in.
Oh, good pressure there from the 2 defenders from Israel first, and Changfoot first, just trying to creep behind to deny the space of Dupont. So just mixing up and trying different strategies against the tall timber in there of Dupont.
Okay, so we have a breakdown error from France, enabling Israel to get the first centre pass, but there you can see the defender just sits off, inviting that ball to be put in the space, and it's that bounce pass again. They're reading it very well. Good interception from the goalkeeper.
So Leach again into Dupont.
See how she settled. She didn't always give it in on the third second, and then just waited to see where the defence were. Very good.
Yes, good hands there. Changfoot.
That's a great form of defending, using the offhand so she didn't get caught on the body, getting the umpire to come in.
So good transition through the court. Israel deserved this one, and that's Spitz who secures the goal. Much better play through the mid-court, and that's credit to Changfoot in defence, turning over and giving them possession. So they get an opportunity to double up with their centre pass.
Didn't set her foot. I don't think Anita could see that. She was unsure. I think she wasn't clear what the call was, because at first she thought it was in the circle. Obviously a miscommunication, understanding, and it is, you've got to look at the umpire and ask for clarity if they're not sure.
So Leach again in the play early from the back and in the through court. So looking long, and there we see Perot connecting again with Leach, who transitions really quickly through to that circle edge. Very strong support coming from her to the two shooters. Creeps in for Dupont.
Yeah, France seem to do that very well. The wing defence seems to go forward high into the mid-court, and Leach just holding back for any square ball. So that interchange of space is working very well from between wing defence and centre through the mid-court. Good out and ins from the goal attack. Good use of that space. So it takes the pressure off Dupont to get the ball when there's a double defence on her.
So looks like timeout called, and there'll be a change to the wing attack for Israel. We'll get those changes confirmed as we get the information from the officials.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous one from Israel. Square ball to an attacking player, easily picked off from the defence. Going forward. That's good through the mid-court from Israel, hitting the middle channel. Now we've got to get it long ball into goal shooter with an out and in, and good vision from the centre from Israel to the goal attack, hitting the post. Just at this moment on time and reflection of the score 10-4, France have had a much more positive centre pass attack percentage to go.
So just to confirm the change then that was made at the timeout for Israel. So we see Lieberman enter the court at wing attack, and Vertentiel goes to the bench. So just over 3 minutes left on the clock in this first quarter. France with a healthy lead so far of 7 goals. It's not being made easy though over there in the French shooting circle. The work of Changfoot and her partner First doing all they can to close down the space that Dupont wants close to that post, Denise.
Yeah, certainly does. They're working the ball through the mid-court very well. It's just that link from the centre court into the attack, and then a little bit of settlement around your circle edge. You see France forcing Israel to shoot long ball now.
So Spitz not able to convert that one for Israel, and we see Leach again connecting, taking that ball through to circle edge, just waiting for that space and opportunity to open out. Dupont very good there at just protecting the ball, body between defender and ball at that point.
It's a struggle there, very close to the 3 seconds. You see Israel cut out the lead to get to the circle edge on the second phase of the centre pass attack for France. which is really good defending as a unit for Israel. And that's very clever. That shooter to shooter ball when you're that close in, with a mismatch of height with the goal shooter and goalkeeper. So let's see if this new wing attack can instill a little bit of settlement. It still seem Israel to seem to rush to get the ball into the shooters rather than just play it around a little bit, especially with that height advantage that France have in the circle.
So France just edging away with a lead, 14 goals to 4. So a lot of work needed from Israel. It's Changfoot that has been turning that ball over, as we see there. Good strong challenge and comes out with a ball. So she's resilient. She just keeps fighting to get that ball back for other shooting opportunities. So credit to Changfoot.
Yeah, she's got very good footwork to come round. She sits quite low as well, so the feeder underestimates how high they're going to put the ball into the shooter. I can see Israel pushed out, having to shoot long shots. They're just not going in at the moment.
So final 30 seconds on the clock. France on the attack with O'Neill. Dishes off to Leach on the circle edge. There we go. Dupont just managing to keep that one in.
Fingertips, oh, puts her under pressure. You see her under pressure for that shot.
We've definitely seen the space close down, haven't we, that she's got in the back space, and there we go. Credit to Israel's defensive pairing, as we've talked about. 6 seconds, can they actually get this ball through the court? Time running against them, and there we go. That's the end of the first quarter. Fantastic start by France. They're leading 14 goals to 4. So some work to be done in terms of Israel, not without the fight. Changfoot putting out a good display for Israel. Impressed with the connections through court from France, and I'm sure coach Fran Plom will be just looking to make some improvements, maybe look at how they can actually take this ball ahead. For the Israel coach, Shoshana Berman, a little bit more to talk about in relation to through court play. We'll be back shortly for quarter 2. So welcome back. This is quarter 2 and we are witnessing a good solid display from France. They are leading against Israel 14 goals to 4. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Europe Netball Challenge event. This is day 3 and we're witnessing a good solid display by debutants to this competition, the French national side. Denise, we talked in the interval just how well we thought France were bringing the ball through and connecting, and just wanting to see a little bit more from Israel as we see the entry of Komar, a key playmaker for the Israel attack. She enters at goal shooter.
Yes, I'm sure the coach has been looking at some of the options. Goal shooter really has been quite marked out of the game and put under an awful lot of pressure from the very tall and athletic French duo in the defensive circle.
So it's how Israel can keep that ball working. We talked a little bit about just maybe seeing a little bit more earlier preparation to go for the ball and to actually just open up the court as they're trying to do now.
Yeah, so now you can see the different style of Israel's goal shooter coming on. That's excellent. Great first shot in. That'll really give her confidence.
Great played by
Israel
Komar.
team.
She's my go-to shooter in this competition. Not afraid to do the work outside the circle, not afraid to put the shot up. Definitely knows her range.
Yeah, it's fantastic because a different style, and she came out on the front lead to be able to open the circle up and allowed entry to the goal attack under the post. Now you can see she's putting the screen on, blocking the defence off, pulling the penalty.
And that was just a contact call against the goal attack Spitz, so giving France possession as they look to transition through the court.
And just to settle, they're very anxious obviously to get ball. That was good arms over from Israel wing defence. Putting pressure on that out and in from the goal shooter to wing attack. Is it Perrault, wing attack for France?
Perrault,
she
yeah.
links very well with Dupont, doesn't she?
Yeah, some really good connections developing with the French team. Commentators curse there as O'Neill just takes her eye off the ball as Perrault was delivering that straight line ball through to goal. So Changfoot in possession, finding Gordon and just supporting well on the line there. That is Rasanis. But as you say, Denise, it's just that control in that last ball as they start to probably panic a little bit to want that ball to get to the shooters.
Yeah, it certainly does with Israel's attack. It does look like a panic, but I think they're very anxious to just get that ball away rather than take an extra half a second to see where the defensive teams are, because obviously they haven't met this team before, so they don't know their range.
And just caught there with foot on the line. Changfoot she'll be disappointed with that. Something that I know she'll be looking at. So chance for Dupont. Seals the goal. 17 goals to 5 with the Israel centre pass. So Spitz, no option forwards, just electing to square that ball off to Gordon, the captain. Good hold, wasn't it?
Good box out by goal shooter. With that mismatch in height, and she's really cheering. Come on, Israel, she's screaming at them.
As you said, Komar, she's my go-to. She's got the energy, she's got the enthusiasm. All of this Israeli team have just come out there for 60 minutes, just pushing and pushing, so resilient. They'll keep working, and it is Gordon to go again. Some tight defence on the line there from France. And again, that's the bounce pass on a sprung floor, Denise, that just gives so much opportunity to the defence to sight the ball on its downward and pick it up as it's coming up to the body.
Yeah, and for those spectators out there, obviously this is a sprung floor, but it has a linoleum marked court for netball on top, which adds a greater height to that bounce as the ball's kicking off.
So Komar, here she goes again, holding strong on the front, takes the goal. Just giving Spitz a little pat on the back there. It's tough in that shooting circle for Israel with the pressure from the French duo. Not far off Changfoot, is she?
No, she just caught on the back really. She just needed a bit more sideways on, and then she could have hooked that ball around, but you can't. Israel must be very pleased with the way their back line are getting them plenty of ball. Oh, there you go. Just reading off each other. Goal shoot and goal attack ending up in the one space, fighting for the same ball, and there it goes in. That's much better.
Great work, Spitz. So, holding the front, safest way to get the ball. Israel, if they deliver the ball to body, keeps the French arms out of the line of the ball. So, Dupont to seal another one. She's good on the rebound. There she goes. Good response by France. So, Israel again on the attack.
Scoreline 6-4 to France, so much closer start to this second quarter. A replay ball there. That bounce pass coming in again. I want to go and sit on the coach bench a little bit and just have a word. The thing is, the practice court is adjacent to this as well, isn't it? And it doesn't have the same flooring.
No, as we see there, great take from Changfoot. She'd be top of the list in terms of the points. Footwork call by Spitz. So French team in possession. Good supporting play. So we've got Young and Vavrika working extremely hard at the back. Just composed France as they bring the ball through.
I'm very impressed. They're very good in their spatial awareness, keeping to their channels, so they've always got an option in each channel as the ball comes through. They've got great confidence in each other, so you're getting a lot of depth on that ball through the court.
Oh, good response there. Great shot from O'Neill. So 21 goals to 8 with a chance to seal another. Dupont in possession. Changfoot good on the box out, just caught her head down there, not able to pick that one up, but she's close. She's got the right positioning, Denise, just to start to try and get more ball.
Yeah, France just gaining a little bit of momentum there in attack, releasing that ball first time. That was what we would call a boom centre pass, 3 passes and straight in.
So Gordon just closing off Leach there, and I think when Israel do make the move, it's just considering where the defence line is that they're running in on and just trying to close that off to prevent them getting the ball, and that was a good solid response again. Front position by Komar seals the goal.
Yeah, and she's using the out and in as well, so she pulls the defence away from the post.
Good turn, change of direction again, relying on the bounce pass, Israel, and it's picked off. Vavrika really hunting the ball down, sights the ball early as it's coming through from the centre pass. Leach. And there's Dupont again on the take, stepping in on this one. Goal counts.
It's much harder for the Israel defence when they're caught hard on the body. Just need to be slightly off or moving around to make it more difficult for the feeder to put that ball's placement into the shooters. I think that was persistent obstruction from the wing attack. I think it's just that discipline of getting a 3-foot mark before the arms go up.
Good rebound, Dupont. So our umpires just ensuring that they are keeping the players well within the rules, and we see an interchange there. It's the wing attack position for Israel. and also a change at centre. We'll confirm those changes as soon as they're received from our officials.
I think it's the first for Israel, the first wing attack. You correct me on that pronunciation.
So we think, Vertentiel is back.
So Israel adopting to put the double on the goal shooter, and with the pressure on Dupont, she's tending to miss that first shot under the post. I know if we set a shooting programme, that will be her first port of call really, because she is relying on that rebound rather than extending her fingers to make sure she's got that height of release. So it's slow and high, and it goes straight in. So 12-5 this quarter to France. A lot more pressure from Israel at defence of the centre pass, forcing France to play the ball round in the mid-court. It's unfortunate, centre. If she'd come in with the offhand, I think she could have got that ball. Keeps the umpire off to get it cleanly. As you see, goal defence trying to do that. It's a good skill to learn, especially when you are up against shooters that are a little bit taller than you. So you can come round the body and go through the line of the ball cleanly. So Israel, this is where they have to just be a little bit more patient, bringing that ball through.
So we've seen the captain, Gordon, go to the bench. We see Lieberman coming onto the court, also at wing attack for Israel.
Good little tip by goal shooter. It's great when you can get that. She nails it. She wants to convert that ball.
A change for France as well at that timeout. So O'Neill to the bench at goal attack and Kemp coming onto the court.
That's very good. The goalkeeper just acknowledging. Sometimes when you're further back, you're not quite sure where it's going to be. The umpire's pointing at it, probably not being in line.
I'm just electing to use the out and in there, Komar. Goes long again, just a little bit too fast at the top on that release point. So France in possession as we move into the final 3 minutes of this first half. Good pressure.
Yeah, I'm clapping my hands here. That was excellent pressure from all the attacking unit. All right, just soaking this up. Good footwork to get round France, their defence. Very long and rangy.
Komar wanted the ball, stepping in, gets the goal. So often using the lateral ball at the centre pass there again. France just quick to get in the line of the ball, and it's Leach who is taking the ball through to Dupont. So a 17 goal margin. Now it's France 28, Israel 11. But we would say, Denise, a better performance from Israel in this second quarter.
Yes, the scoreline shows that. So Israel 7-14, at least they're matching up, getting much better scoreline. And here we go, long shot under pressure, beautiful. Good high release, nice finish through. I think the umpire's just speaking to defence. But Israel getting on with it. Much better second phase in the attack.
Straight through to circle edge, wasn't it? Komar there again. Oh, she'll be pleased with that. Another goal, so Goal on the rebound as we move into the final minute. France again just wanting to respond quickly through to goal. And there we see it's Kemp, the goal attack for France, that slotted herself in nicely as O'Neill went to the bench. So some depth on the French bench. The interchanges can work for them, positional changes, and obviously the substitutions. So some good choices being made by Fran Plom, the coach, and also just giving all of the squad as much opportunity as possible.
Now you can see Israel in the mid-court, trying to put as many defenders as they can on the transverse line, making France come and make the ball come down the non-defended side to great effect.
So superb effort. It's surely going to be the final whistle there, so France will restart with the centre pass. It's a healthy scoreline. It is France leading 30 goals to 13. So lots of discussions to be had. There is a break now. Obviously it's half time, and please join us again for the second half of this game, France versus Israel. Welcome back to the second half of the game between France and Israel. This is match 15 on day 3. Just to confirm the lineups for you and some changes as we go into this third quarter. So we have Komar at goal shooter for Israel, Spitz goal attack, Bertantil wing attack, Rosaris centre. We've got first goal defence and we've got Chang Foot at goalkeeper. We will confirm all changes from the officials table.
And the first goal in from Israel, good long shot from the goal attack, Spitz.
So just to confirm, we see Baumoy, Denise, she's moved from goal shooter right up to goalkeeper, so we've got some versatility there, shooter to keeper in this match.
That's excellent. Let's see if I think the coach is just ringing the changes. Viewers out there might want to know for this tournament, because some of the teams do have matches, so they have 2 matches in one day, so they can choose their 12 from a big squad of 15.
And I think that's a good opportunity, isn't it? One, just copes with fatigue when there are 2 heavily contested games in that one day, and an opportunity for squads and coaches to bring those additional players and give them at least some exposure to this kind of competition.
Yes, it sees them ring the changes, gives them that opportunity rather than just be a bench player. Interesting also, just looking at the scorelines in that second quarter, France 16, 9 Israel. So bigger impact in that second quarter.
And I think that interchange there of Komar, that paid off. She offered a lot more on the front of the defence, which just kept them behind and closed them off a little bit. Oh, good work, Baumoy. So she's got the tip there, using the skills that she has for the goal shooter position, right back there at goalkeeper. Komar in possession, wanting the ball down low. Spitz coming forwards. Yep, she gets that long bomb. That's what she's capable of. She's great on sealing those long shots.
So France won in this quarter. This is the third quarter, the game changer, they always say. And Israel, 4, 5. Another one goes in as I'm looking down.
So, excellent start.
Much better depth by Israel, working the ball on the second phase of the centre pass attack to the circle edge. Shooters, I think, just need to work that ball out and in, get themselves in a more comfortable position.
Good pressure, good arms over by Israel. Really trying to delay the movement there. That was Spitz trying to delay the movement of Leach. And again, Baumoy gaining possession. Oh, there she goes, Leach, not having any of it. Oh, nutmegged herself.
We
like it.
Cheering. Flags are flying here in front of us.
That's going to be a trademark. Marty in possession.
We need to get that one on loop, yeah?
Yep, I'm sure we'll see that one again.
The thing that interested me was she had a good look through that wide stance.
She could see, yeah, solid on the landing on the edge. Dupont, there she goes, another goal in.
So 4 to France, 5 to Israel in this third quarter. Much better choice there. Seeing the second mover a lot better. Israel has to take that ball forward. And sinking it. She's a definite impact, that shortest statue goal shooter for Israel.
Yep, uses speed, movement, keeps herself on the move, getting on the front of the defence really pays off for her. So Marty connecting through to Kemp. Leach again.
What I am most impressed with France, they take that ball high above the head, and when on the circle edge, so the defence can't get anywhere near it. I think Leach of France from centre is certainly showing a very mature approach to this open challenge game.
Yes, some good play, some good solid performances from France as they battle out to try and regain possession, but it's a penalty. Komar just resetting herself, and that's an offside call. I think they're on the wing attack for Israel. So Berthier, Leach again, she's the connecting player, very strong. So good use of the free shooter in there, knowing that the Israel goal defence first was pulled for a contact. Oh, there we go, regained by Bamoy.
Oh, she thought she was getting it pulled against her, didn't she? The disappointment that she put the ball down. And then a nice surprise as the umpire said, no, it's for you. That's some of the areas you talk about when you have two shooters who are accurate from the outside. But if it stops, it is high to keep that accuracy of the attempts going in, and then you don't have a rebounder in when you've got tall defences against them.
So there we see timeout called, and we'll see a change again. The return of Gordon, the captain, to the centre position for Israel. Oh, good hands by First. Always a difficult move when you're tracking back and then have to go up, but Bamoy, she's entered the game at goalkeeper, really trying to turn the ball over, but just too much on that. Again, that's that speed, Denise, of ball through court, just getting faster and faster, isn't it?
Yeah, she had that fiery sort of adrenaline that goes through you and gives you a buzz of the defence, and then it's just holding that and making the right decision, because obviously the opposition, right, will be on their mettle to get that ball back. Really consistent upon in the goal shooter position.
I wonder if this is an opportunity for the coach of France, Fran Prom, to probably interchange a few more of the squad, just in considering this is day 3, another game. It's probably something that you would do with the scoreline being as it is, Denise.
Yeah, it's good to embrace development of your players, especially when the scoreline is this. It gives them the security to be able to come on and experience an open challenge championship.
And there we see that's a caution to the wing attack for persistent obstruction. Farajora, the umpire, just ensuring that players recognise that persistent and kind of just wearing down, I guess, of players, and just recognising. So Balmoy, yep, she's got possession again.
She's still not very sure. The umpire's inviting her with a lovely smile to look at her to get the explanation.
Oh, just that's the diagonal that Berthier was just lining herself up for. lofted ball time in the air gave Berthier that opportunity to sight it early and take possession. So Marty on the attack, looking long for Dupont, just about makes it with Dupont on the goal line.
Yeah, Dupont looks a bit more settled now. She's extending her release point. Much nice, slow and high to get that ball straight through the net. We call it a swish.
So Baumoy in possession.
Footwork.
First was really hoping someone else was coming there, but yeah, as you say, footwork call on the line. So Marty in possession for France. Just again, those unforced errors just creeping in.
I don't think. I bet she's played a bit of basketball, and they don't bring that in. But in netball, you have to have a placement of a foot down as your landing foot.
She gets that one, Baumoy. Well done. Good positioning for that rebound. Nice smile from the umpire, as you say, Denise. Just that support, the reassurance, making sure she's got the ball in the right place. Risky, but Spitz able to keep that one. And there she is again, Komar. Ooh, just
couldn't pull that one in.
Loss of possession.
She placed her feet down. She didn't want it so far out. Oh, she might. This might be. Yeah, she already had a caution. Now it's a warning. I think she keeps obstruction. I don't think she understands why. She's asking the umpire now a bit of clarity, and she's taking herself off. Very wise.
So time called there. Again, we'll see the change. Pretty sure that will be Lieberman returning to the wing attack position for Israel.
So this is France, you were saying, Anita, France's first time in this Open Challenge European competition.
First time members just recently were faced with a ticking clock just to try and get all of their paperwork in, the acceptance through from the Europe Netball Board. And just talking to Steph Blaine, one of the squad members who we know well, Denise, from the northeast of England, working out there in France, just saying what an opportunity this is for some of the players who thought their netball was over, moving into a country that didn't play, and they now find themselves with the national team, support from the government, and just raring to go. Some good links with different connections in England as well, and embracing the opportunity. And Steph Blaine, we see there, she enters at goal attack. Took a little niggle, I think, to an ankle on day one. She looks a little bit tentative, but she's on court, and I'm sure she'll be really pleased with her re-entry into this competition.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. It just shows how long in the tooth I am, because I used to play against a mum and her auntie.
Where does all that time go as Dupont flies up for another? Baumoy contesting well, and good defence, but just caught on the contact. Good contest, unfortunate on the last call. It's really good to see Farajura there, just giving her, as you say, the reassurance and just checking in on where she's at in terms of, I guess, the limits within the rules, isn't it, and adjusting to.
Oh, brilliant inspection. Oh, unlucky, unfortunate. She was offline there, she didn't see that wing attack. Just came in a little bit late.
There she goes. Shot. Spitz with an opportunity, seals it for Israel. We've got a scoreline of France 41, Israel 23 as we move into the final 2 minutes. And again, turn of possession to Israel.
I think it's about 11-all this quarter.
It's been a close quarter, that's for sure. We've been impressed with the fight from Israel, and we've said through this competition in every game, they've started to counteract their opponents as they've just experienced and been exposed to maybe different styles of play. Exactly that today, 30 minutes, and they started to counteract and, as you say, close in the scoreline and be much more competitive in each of, particularly the third quarter.
Yes, definitely. See, sometimes they're just citing one option, They just need to open up their vision, see some other players. It's not always, always to see you the one you first sight you then don't go back to. But I think it's just looking at the range of the arm reach that the French defensive units have.
So that was Young coming out as we talk about the defence and we talk about the pressure being put on. So France will want another goal. There goes Blaine, electing to take the long shot. Just a little bit short, but closes in for the rebound. Chance to get the goal. Oh, not to be. Not to be. So Balmoy with just over 30 seconds on the clock. Can Israel take this ball down to Spitz and Komar to secure another goal? Over through to Gordon, lucky on that receipt. There's Spitz, some good rotation from Komar and Spitz, just trying to close out the defence. There she goes, Komar closing in.
Just draws a penalty there on that front lead, coming towards the ball.
Good strength, and there she goes, that's the goal. I'm sure time will be closing out now. No time for the centre pass. So as we end the third quarter of this match 15 on day 3, we've a scoreline 41 goals to France, 23 to Israel. So we'll take a short break. We'll let the coaches do their talks, readjust their strategies, and we'll be back with the final 15 minutes and quarter 4 in just a few minutes. Join us then. Welcome back. This is the final quarter of match 15. It's France versus Israel. It's been a really well contested game. France obviously just edging away, but credit to Israel. They've worked so hard to counteract the strength of France. We can see the scoreline, 41 goals to 23. However, we witnessed an 11-10 quarter in quarter three. So France just stealing that, Denise, by 1 goal, but a real impressive performance from Israel. Much better in principles through the court, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely working hard to create opportunity for their shooters. A little bit better distribution of the ball through the mid-court, taking it to the circle edge.
So just to bring you some changes for France, Dupont, she goes from goal shooter to the bench. Leach to the bench, who was doing a really good job at centre for France. So as we said, we thought that the strength of the squad would be used in this match. Lord has gone to goal shooter, Marty to centre, and we see Vavrika return to goalkeeper, with Young going to the bench.
So first goal to Israel in this fourth quarter. And the first shot for the shooter, a little bit tentative. It's good to see them gain their bench played. So players coming on, learning from that experience. Obviously, France have the confidence that they are ahead. But there's 15 minutes in this last quarter. Right, all to play for, I think.
So Lieberman on at wing attack for Israel. Gordon, the captain, at centre, just desperately trying to put pressure on the attacking line from France, as we see Blaine just off a short. Lord with the height and the front hold. Not enough on that. Changfoot re-enters this game for the final quarter at goalkeeper, and we were impressed with what Changfoot was doing earlier in the game. So can Israel hold France to just the 1 goal again? Let's see. Komar. Ooh, in and out.
I thought it had gone in from our angle, yeah. That's a shame.
Marty looking long. Good principle play. Looking to keep the ball on that straight line in the channel. Perrault finding Marty again. Limited opportunities. Good pressure from First and Changfoot.
Lord that's her third one out of 3, so she got that one in. That will give her confidence under the post.
Komar, a little playmaker, interchanging with Spitz. Spitz holding back. That swing helps Israel. It's just taking a little bit of care with that pass.
Whoa, picked up the scraps there. Very, very good. There were 3 people in that contest there at one point.
Neither wanting to give up that ball, so Lord, chance to reward.
Just steadies the ship, finds a range.
Made a good entry, Lord, into this game, as she did in previous ones too.
So you can see in the circle for Israel, just off marking, taking a side each, just making it more difficult for that feed coming in, not making it very clear at all, with great effect.
So Changfoot in possession, gets the call in a favour. Kirst. Gordon making the connection. Oh, again, just speed of pass. Just needs to mix up the pace as the ball comes through the court. Israel would definitely benefit if they could do that.
Just that accuracy on placement. Wing attack was just on a turn, just needed a little bit more height to give her time to get round. I think under competition pressure as well is very, very different. So they're playing in that today, so it's even with their own team. They're over pushing each other a little bit.
So Perrault finds Blaine.
ankle turn.
So that was first that was down on the court. She's tentatively got up, but Marty regains possession. So on the attack again. Marty finds Blaine. Oh, well done. Loose ball there first. She's on it. She's taking it through. Oh, Marty again trying to disrupt. Excellent work from Spitz. So we've got a 2-all quarter. So Israel holding strong, as we said, holding France. So defending out of court gives Komar a chance. So Israel take the lead in this quarter.
And 6 minutes gone in this quarter as well, so the contest going backwards and forwards. Just need to consolidate with a higher scoreline, really. You can see the double defence on the goal shooter.
Oh, Changfoot
nearly came off. Just hedging out there. Puts a bit of doubt in there. You get the footwork error.
Definitely something that we've been really urging Changfoot to do is take a look at that ball coming around the circle edge. See if you can just go hunting and take that intercept. Risky ball, but it gets to Changfoot. She's got the elevation. Gordon linking through. Komar wanting to offload. Spitz again. Favoured position. Good pick up. Komar. So Spitz unable to keep that ball in.
So that great umpiring decision saw that the shooter used the post to keep the ball in.
So Blaine looks like she's leaving the court. She's got a sense that injury might be creeping back a little bit into her game as she leaves the court. So the return of O'Neill, and we're seeing some changes again for Israel. Our changes come quicker for France because we've got the names on the back of the dressers, so we will get confirmation of changes as we get them from our table officials for Israel.
That was good passage of play by Israel through the mid-court. Just couldn't quite finish it off. Umpire spots a footwork error. Defence had from position then, was very difficult. Perhaps Israel have to think, which they don't do, particularly in their game style, is to use the reset to the transverse line.
So just to confirm then, the changes that we see at the moment for Israel. We've got Changfoot at goalkeeper, First at goal defence, Kupchik at wing defence, Gordon, the captain, at centre. At wing attack, we've got Rosanis. Goal attack, we have Spitz, and at goal shooter, we have Komar. So some positional shift, some substitutions for Israel as we move into what is the final 6 minutes of this quarter in match 15.
So Anita, that brings the scoreline to 3-3 after nearly 10 minutes of play. So it shows how many changes have been made. The connections are not quite there. And that's for both teams.
Yep, so just 6 goals, so limited shots at goal and opportunities, lots of turnover. So France will be looking just to settle their play. And there she goes. Lord safely puts one through the net. So Marty electing to use the backup support as the ball safely goes into Lord. I do like the combination between O'Neill and Lord. They offer a slightly different circle, a bit more rotation, more movement than when Dupont is in there. So there's certainly the different strategies that France can use with the interchanges that they make.
It's good when you have shooters on the bench and you can put a range on. Just disturbs the defence, unsettles them for a while. Well, spectators are surely getting louder now.
Yes, big event today for Wales, and I think big invites to the past feathers that have represented Wales. So I think, Denise, will see some legends slowly moving into the hall today, or quickly, as we see some returning, meeting everyone. So a great day ahead. It's been a great day and competition already here in Cardiff at the House of Sport.
They're talking of a legend, there's Mary Beardwood, ex-England coach, just walking through.
So everyone coming down for the competition as Israel continue to work hard, really striving to take this ball through court. Good supporting play, defensive line just bringing that ball through, taking a bit of pressure off, but it's just that diagonal from Gordon again, and France get possession.
I think for Israel going forward, it's just their coach trying to get some attacking principles to take the ball through. So perhaps making sure we have two forward attackers offering for the ball with the overlap on the square for the defence coming through.
So we see there a timeout called. That's Baumoy returning to the court. Changfoot off to the bench, and a great performance by Changfoot. Cannot fault the determination and the work rate that she puts out in defence for Israel. Good challenge. Baumoy tried to just use that reverse hand, get round the body of Lord. So chance for Israel. It's a 9-4 quarter, so Israel will want to close that gap, that 5-goal deficit. Komar props out. Marty almost got to that one. She's such a playmaker, Komar. Taking all possession and then sinking the goal with a big smile on her face. That's what netball's all about. So competitive, Komar, and works so hard. Oh, great ball through to Spitz, using the goal line, kind of say the backdoor entry into the circle, but that movement was so fluent across the goal line. So quick on the transition, Lord again. Not phased, Lord, very accurate in her shooting, good style, high release. Oh, great hold, Komar, propped high in the circle. That's the difference. More space opens out, something maybe that Baumoy could look at as well. Komar does that well.
Good penetration for the second feather centre pass by Israeli wing attack towards the circle edge. Just opens up that space, allowing the shooters to penetrate towards the post. Lord takes a long shot in, bombs in, and the teams keep striving towards the end of this final minute. Great entry.
So into the final minute. It's been a good contest between Israel and France. France again will be victorious, no doubt, with this healthy scoreline and margin of 23 goals. Their centre pass, final seconds on the clock. So come on, Israel, let's get a goal to finish this game. It's been a much improved second half from Israel. too much on that will give France possession.
The players from France and the coaching staff must be very pleased.
I think so. It's been a great debut tournament so far for them. That looks like Lord will secure that goal, and it is 54 goals to France, 30 to Israel. And what a fantastic performance. A great display of resilience from Israel, some excellent play through court from both teams, a fantastic second half as we've witnessed, and some close encounters through those final 30 minutes. So we'll be back shortly with some coach interviews. We'll be bringing Fran Plom and Shoshana Berman to the microphone, and we'll be able to listen to their views. So join us shortly.
What are your expectations going into this competition, Fran?
Obviously, it's a huge honour and privilege for France to be represented at Netball Europe in our first formal international competition. We're really excited to be here and hopefully put out a really great performance. The team have been working really hard to get to this point, and it's just nice for them to finally be able to have that opportunity to represent their country.
Absolutely, and I'm guessing there's a mixture of nerves and excitement going into this competition, is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure there is a lot of excitement and a few nerves too, but I think we've been really fortunate to build an elite culture from the outset, so hopefully that will help steady some of those nerves and help that environment.
So the last time you were on court was as a player, back here with the Isle of Man for this competition as a defensive technical coach. What experience do you bring to that team then in that position?
Experience of understanding what it feels like to be on court and have to cope with all the other things that go on around being on court as well.
Is it scarier being a player or a coach?
Coach. Absolutely. When you're playing, once the whistle's gone, you just crack on, you're in your own little world, and it's lovely. Much more stressful down, sat on the bench.
A little bit of insight into how you're going to play.
Yeah, it's always good to have a bit of inside information, some little golden nuggets that might be able to help our defence when they're on court, but ultimately we always focus on ourselves and our own game.
How excited are you in terms of the squad that you've brought this year, the teams that you're going to face, and what's your aim coming out of this competition?
I am super excited because we worked really, really long and hard, a lot on fitness, and I have a really, really strong team this year. Great team, great spirit, really good team players. I mean, the personalities just go well, and it's just going to be awesome.
What are your expectations going into this event this week?
We've got lots of expectations for ourselves. We've got various goals in units and targets. Yeah, we're going to bring it.
I guess there's a mixture of excitement and nerves going into this competition this week. How have you managed that amongst the group?
Been a lot of nerves, but arriving here, coming to the venue today, all helps with getting rid of the nerves or settling them at least. And it's all exciting. Let's channel the nerves.
How are you feeling going into this competition, Sarah?
I think we're feeling pretty confident. It's a different tournament for us this time round, which will be really interesting. We're up for the game, up for the tournament, really looking forward to it.
So I'm with Sean, the Israeli coach, and you must be pleased with that second half performance.
I'm very pleased. The girls put their heart in it. They went all out. And I was hoping for a better score, but they did really well. I changed things up and had to come up with new ideas. I have some injured players, so it was really hard. And they did great.
And it is a tough competition. You talked about Barmore was an example, went from goal shooter into defence as well. So how do you think those changes played out for you through the game?
Well, Barmore herself has only been playing netball for about 4 months. And I figured if I can train her into shooter in 4 months, maybe I could get her to play keeper in the middle of the game. I said to her, I need your height, go in and do it. She's phenomenal. They just do what I say.
So the second half performance, I mean, Changfoot was turning ball over for you, and she's a force to be reckoned with. So you must be pleased with your defensive pairing as well with Firth.
Yeah, my defense team is amazing. France were stronger.
And they're new to the competition, so what will you take from playing France into, obviously, more competition or your next game?
Well, one, I'd like to grow them taller. That would be very nice, but that usually doesn't happen in our neck of the woods. But yeah, just keep training harder and stronger, and I have a really strong team this year, so hoping to build on that for next year.
Thank you. We wish you well in the competition and what's beyond.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
So, Fran, wow, another good solid performance and interchanges with your bench as well. You must be really pleased with that.
Yeah, overall, really pleased with their performance. I think coming away from the first Israel game, obviously it was our first game ever internationally ranking, and we came away feeling like although it was a good performance, we could do a lot more, and so we really kind of used that and wanted to build on that, which is what we did today, so happy.
And you've got some real key connections so early as well. So how have you managed it? How have these players just suddenly connected well in a short time?
Yeah, I mean, we started in September, so it is quite a short time, but really grateful to the team for kind of fully embracing the environment and the training camps. We've worked really hard. We've had a few friendlies in the lead up to this tournament. We were hosted by Celtic Dragons. I'm really pleased to be able to use that to learn and build those connections.
And so what next then? What have you taken from this game with Israel? Slightly different in terms of the way they play the game. You've been able to use your bench a little bit more. So what has it told you and what will you go to work on next?
Yeah, I think we want to keep building those connections and reduce our error rate. We need to look back at our Gibraltar game and hopefully really address some of the issues that were in that game to make us more successful, and want to come out stronger on that.
First performances, and look forward to seeing you again. Well done.
Great, thank you. And just thank you to Europe Netball as well for having us in. I know that it was a bit late, our entry, and it's been a fantastic experience and we hope to come back.
Thanks, Fran.
Thank you.